What's up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video, and this is the wrestling news for on July 6th, 2024. We're going to be talking about the wildest wrestling news stories and rumors that you all SNA Assassinators need to know from the Fightful Select article. Make sure to watch until the very end because these are going to be some very intriguing news for today's video, and we're going to be talking about a lot of fun and cool stuff like in the world of professional wrestling. And let's get that started with some, I'd say, Money in the Bank news with Triple H teases a few surprises in the tank for trajectory changing WWE Money in the Bank 2024. The chief content officer, Triple H, had promised like an event that would change the trajectory of the promotion heading into WWE SummerSlam, and teasing a few surprises for the event in Toronto. Like he writes, or no, yeah, he said while or not right. He said like on a video posted on his X account, it's exciting. Like Money in the Bank, like is a great PLE for WWE because it changes the trajectory of a lot of things. So as you're getting ready to head into SummerSlam, once somebody has that Money in the Bank briefcase, it it sort of changes Money in the Bank, or it sort of changes the dynamic because the chase begins, and if you're a champion, you always have to be looking over your shoulder. So it'll be a big night. Like we have a lot of great talent there. Like, and I think it is very difficult to call. Like I think like all the matches tonight like will deliver. Like and then some got a few surprises like in the tank. So it's going to be a fun night. And here's a video of him saying all this like while in the back seat of a car, and we're gonna be. I had to pull it up. Okay, I don't understand this. Like, hopefully it just shows it, and then we can just look for ourselves.
Great PLA for WWE, I think, because it changes the trajectory of a lot of things. So as you're getting ready to head into SummerSlam, but once somebody has that Money in the Bank briefcase, it sort of changes the dynamic because the chase begins, and you always have to, if you're a champion, you always have to be looking over your shoulder. So it'll be a big night. We got a lot of great talent in there. I think very difficult to call. I think all the matches tonight will deliver, and then some. We got a few surprises in the tank, so it's going to be a fun night. Exciting night. Money in the Bank is.
But yeah, like Money in the Bank is gonna be later on tonight, like exclusively on Peacock for us American fans, and for those fans that are outside the U.S., wherever you get your streaming from, most likely in WWE Network. But yeah, and it says right here that Fightful Select will be live with some live coverage, like when the event goes on the air, like later on tonight. And what is your thoughts on Triple H making the statement of whoever becomes Mr. Money in the Bank, like he hopes that all the champions are going to be watching because like the whoever the Mr. and Mrs. Money in the Bank are going to be, they might be way unpredictable to the point they can even jump ship from the opposite roster that they're originally on. Like, let's just say hypothetically, like if a Tiffany Stratton won the Money in the Bank Women's Championship, not championship, the women's Money in the Bank briefcase, then I would suggest Bailey and Liv Morgan to watch their backs, or else they can get cashed on by her at any moment. You never know, whether if it's at a weekly show on Raw or SmackDown, or even at a live event house show. Like, she could cash in at any time, any place, anywhere. That's what the guarantee is, like, about the Money in the Bank briefcase. As long as it's for a specific WWE main roster championship, like, I would keep my eyes on that briefcase holder. And then same with the men's. Like, if Carmelo Hayes, like if he became Mr. Money in the Bank, like he's gonna cash. I would suggest Damian Priest and Cody Rhodes to keep their eyes on the back of their head and in front of their faces, and on their shoulders as well, like in front and back, like, because you never know, like when he or anybody in that ladder match, like I was using Melo for an example, like what if he did win, and then he could easily cash in like on any of these guys, like it could be Priest or Rhodes for whatever preference of a championship that he wants to cash in on, whether if it's the World Heavyweight Champion or the WWE Championship. I would highly suggest you to keep your eyes peeled. Like he could cash in at a live event or a weekly show or pay-per-view or anywhere, or even outside of the WWE show. Like, what did you say if either of the WWE champions in the men's or women's division went to like TNA or Pro Wrestling Noah, or what's the other one that they're partnered with? I believe Marigold, or was it or what's the other one? It was one of the promotions that WWE starting to partner with. Like, I believe it was both. Yeah, Pro Wrestling Noah and Marigold. Like, which the Noah's, the other Japanese wrestling company. Like, while the Marigold's like another all women's wrestling promotion, just like Stardom and New Japan's. Like, and I was wondering, like, are they starting to be like trying to be like AEW or something for doing this? And like they're starting to copy each other. Like if you copy me, I copy you kind of situation. Like with Tony Khan. Oh well, but that was like after like, but Tony Khan kind of copied Triple H by whoever wins the Owen Hart Cup tournament gets a shot at All In for the men's and women's championship respectively, like how Triple H did with King and Queen of the Ring. Whoever wins the match get a shot at either the WWE or World Heavyweight or WWE Women's or Women's World Championship. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below on what's your take onto the matter. But let's move on to the next slide. Let's talk about Matt Hardy predicts that Drew McIntyre will win the Money in the Bank match. Like, says Chad Gable would be interesting. Matt Hardy makes his pick for his men's Money in, makes the pick for the Money in the Bank ladder match. Like the two men's the 2 years. This year, or not this year. I mean, not 2 years. I mean, this year's why I'm saying two. This year's men's Money in the Bank ladder match will feature a lineup of Jey Uso, Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, Chad Gable, L.A. Knight, and the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre himself. This year's lineup is rather unique, as Drew McIntyre is the only performer in the match that have a previous reign as a world champion in WWE, and also what's his name? Steven said that last night too. Corey Graves, and I totally forgot about that, and I apologize about that. Not because I have any beef of the commentator, even though I make it sound like it, but that's me being my character, not me. Not me. Actually, have some reality beef. Like I don't even know the guy, so how can I have some kind of legitimate beef with him. But yeah, but which I know most of you guys will understand like that. Like I just made an honest mistake of not even mentioning it, but now I am right now. Like yeah, and that's true because Drew McIntyre is the only wrestler that held the world championship like about a few times, like and the only guy that ever held a world championship at all, like over the likes of Carmelo Hayes, Jey Uso, L.A. Knight, what's his name, Andrade, and Chad Gable, which I believe at least most of these guys are future world champions in the future, in their stay in WWE. In my opinion, definitely Jey Uso and Carmelo Hayes. I think those two are definitely going to be two of the future world champions. I think one of them, yeah, is going to be holding that briefcase, and they're going to get their first reign as world champion with that briefcase, and then the other one's going to win naturally with the world title. Which, if I'm not making it obvious enough on who I'm predicting going to win, I don't know what else to tell you, but. But on the latest episode of the Extreme Life podcast, or Extreme Life of Matt Hardy podcast, the Ultimate Deleter predicted that Drew McIntyre will win the Money in the Bank briefcase like this year, while also noting that Chad Gable would be an interesting option as well. He said, I think I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre for this one, like just because of the circumstances like that have caught like up in the Money in the Bank. Him dropping his title, the whole deal with CM Punk and him at Mania. Like so, I'm gonna go with Drew. I think Drew would be a very interesting character in that role. Also, uh, uh, do do think I also do think Chad Gable would be interesting too. Elsewhere on the interview, like Hardy talked about the rumored about Shane McMahon appearing in AEW. And what is your take on Drew McIntyre? What's your thoughts on Drew McIntyre? When do you think that Drew McIntyre is going to be the one that's going to win? I was thinking the same, like, but I was thinking about like maybe we could see